It's Maritime Hustle. We're here with Maestro Fresh Wes, the one and only Mr. Maestro Fresh Wes. Good to see you, my man.
Hey.
As always,
No
always
doubt,
good to
no
see
doubt,
my man.
no doubt.
I mean, for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm the CEO and founder of Maritime Hustle. I started this actually from 2015, probably about a block from, not even right across the street. You can probably see it out that window right there, the parking lot where I started this brand.
That's dope.
I would sit on 3 nights a week for 2.5 years out of the trunk of my car with hoodies, handing out business cards, shaking hands, and selling my gear. So this is where it all began. This is
Okay.
where it all started.
Okay.
I guess I gotta ask, do you remember when I first met you?
Yeah. Well, I remember that's when I just came to St. John, and things were just starting to open up a bit, and I had my radio show Maestro in the Maritimes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I try to do, Jacob, is really support local businesses. And what I respected with you was like, yo, welcome over here. This is my brand. We started chopping it up, and I'm like, all right, cool. This seems like something that resonate with me. This dude is hustling. He's trying to ting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing here.
Exactly. And it was funny because it was actually my mother. Shout out to mom that even the reason that I knew that you were in St. John. She saw me message. It was a news article and said. She's like, do you know Maestro's in the Maritimes? I was like, no, I didn't know that.
What was the name
right?
of the radio show?
Oh, Maestro in the Maritimes. right. So I'm like, yeah, okay, well, and I reached out on IG and it's like, listen, I've been listening to your music for a long time and huge fan for always, man, since
Thanks,
I was
man.
like in my teenage years. And like it was open arms, like, yeah, come through, and you gave me a time to meet you at the studio. And I just came through. I brought you I think I brought you a black and yellow hoodie and a black and white toque, and it was on the cusp. It was the day before your birthday.
Okay.
And it was right on the cusp of it being too hot to wear a toque.
Okay.
It was too hot to wear a
Yeah.
toque. He said thanks and parted our ways. The very next day, I'm getting all these messages. Very next day, unprompted. Very next day, saying, "Yo, your stuff's on Global News. Maritime Hustle's on Global News." And it was you having an interview with I believe it was Global News.
In Halifax show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Buddy pointed it out. He's like, "What's that on your hat? Is that something you got going on, Maritime Hustle?" And then you just let them know, like, my man come through with the gear, and next day he's got me on the TV, man.
I think it's important, wherever I go, and that's why I think one of the reasons why St. John really gravitated towards me, because I just embraced the city. A lot of times people from Toronto, or people's perception of people from Toronto, is we disregard a lot of things. We just don't really, we're not privy to that information a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would, for the fact that I get to travel.
Right.
But the average person from Toronto, they don't know too much about the Maritimes or whatever, right? So
that being said, if someone came to you right now and asked you, said, Maestro, what is the to someone who's never been to the Maritimes, what is the Maritimes?
It's the nicest people you'll meet, man. People just chill, man. People just chill. The nicest, most accommodating spot. Like, you remember I came due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I came up here, because my son's mom, she got family here, and we figured that would be the best way to, like, co-parent. You know what I'm saying? So
was to move down here. So when you moved down here, you've done so much since you've been here. We'll get into that. Mm-hmm. But like, what was the first thing? Like, you moved down here, and what was like the first thing that was like, okay, I'm gonna make a move and I'm gonna establish myself and my presence in this new place that you've been here before. You've been just traveling and whatnot.
Yes.
But like to move here and then say, I'm going to establish my presence in this place. What was the first thing was it the radio show, or was it something before that, or what led to you, you know what I mean? Like coming alive down here.
I just think there was areas of uncertainty with what's going on with COVID. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So because of that, I got mouths to feed, and I figured this is good branding right here, where I'm here, and that was the main thing. It was just me thinking about family and thinking about ways to expand, because if you remember, we couldn't really do too many concerts and stuff like that. That was all eradicated due to the global apocalypse called COVID, right? So my whole thing was like, how can I find different ways to, stream of income, but I know I'm giving back because everybody's shut down. You can't do anything. Everybody's on lockdown, right? So I feel the fact that like I'm here and I'm making people feel right, because even though you can't go out, every Friday night from 11 to 7 p.m. you're hearing the greatest music. They let me play whatever I felt like playing, man.
Right. It's funny. It's funny because I had to call you one time.
Yeah.
And tell you, it's like, bro, you can't play this song on
Nah.
on mainstream radio. It was Pusha T. Let the smoker shine the coops.
Yo.
And it was like,
it was a clean version.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. No, it was a clean version. It was a clean version. Trust 100%. Don't even try that.
But still,
it was a clean. I know conceptually.
Still.
Yeah, I get it.
But no, yeah, actually, you ended up. I actually got interviewed on that twice.
You see what I'm saying?
On that show twice.
I interviewed like the mayor, the former mayor. You know, one episode I had both the mayor and the former mayor, Don Darling and Donna Reardon, both on. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that was another dope thing that you did for the brand. Like, you've been rocking. As soon as you got the brand, you rocked it so hard, and it was like, it's like it clearly resonated with you, because like you rocked it so hard. You were wearing it on the TV. You gifted one to you gifted a hoodie to Don Darling, the current the mayor at the time, and then now the former mayor of St. John.
And he was rocking it too.
Yeah, and it's just like stuff like that. It's just like it's such a big. I don't even want like a favor, man. It's like a huge help.
Like I said,
for the brand.
Yo, this is why I'm getting rewarded, man. That's why the Most High has rewarded me. Where
Amen.
It's like when I see certain people try to do certain things, it's like, okay, help people along the way, you get rewarded. You know, I remember when I came here, I didn't have my whip. My whip was back in Toronto. So my son's grandma, she got a fleet of jalopies. Like they're dope, but one time I was on my way to the mechanic because the muffler was hanging, fam. So I'm like, yo, let me just stop at Tim Hortons quick, then I'm going to go to the mechanic to fix the muffler, because the muffler was hanging low, fam.
Yeah.
So I was in the parking lot. This dude just saw, hey, your muffler, buddy. I go, no problem. I'm going to go take it to the mechanic. Oh, no, I got you. This dude came, opened the door, opened his trunk, got some wires. Dude, the bro got on his back. This is the Tim Hortons parking lot on the north side.
Yeah.
Belly hanging out, and his belly went this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking up my dude, and he's fixing the thing. I'm like, dude, thank you very much, sir, but I'm going to the mechanic. Oh, no, I got you.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was a big Maestro fan. Nah, he didn't know if I was Maestro or Justin Bieber, whatever. My name is Don Woods. Just paid forward, buddy.
Yeah.
So shout out to Don Woods, man. That's my guy, man. Like that how fresh is that? Like, so to me, that's how you do in life. You get rewarded, man. You get rewarded. Shout out, that dude was a good dude, solid dude, man.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And that brings up like kind of like our motto for Maritime Hustle is culture of solidarity. And it's like, that's kind of the theme down here, because at some point in time we've helped somebody else that's gone through tough times, and it's kind of our culture to make sure that, you know, everybody takes care of each other, and like and you've done that for the brand itself. So like you've definitely come through plenty of times and helped out. What was the other thing? So you had the radio show, and I remember you did the live show. Actually, that was dope. That was down on the boardwalk. Wow. With the Golden Girls or the Platinum Girls, and
yo, man, it was, I had these grandmas come on stage, and they were just like dancing. I go, where are the Golden Girls? I go, now you're on stage with me. You now knows the Platinum Girls, man. I see them around town all the time. They go, Maestro, that was the greatest time of our lives, man. That was the greatest time. And it's just like people from different walks of life, you know. I just did a elementary school presentation at Forest Hills before I got up here in St. John, man. Them kids were just happy to see me, man. So you got to think about it. Different generations is a beautiful thing. So, you know, I did the radio show. It lasted a year and a half, and it was the #1 show. The radio station is cool. Shout out to 97.3 The Wave. They just went into like country. They just changed up the format. But when I was there, it was dope. And then I had Race Against the Tide. I did that for 3 seasons in New River Beach.
Yeah, see that's another thing too. It's like, what made you? How did you got Maritime Hustle on that show? That's what a lot of people don't understand is you got that on the show.
Yeah.
Like season 2, 3, and 4 of the show.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, we're not talking like a quick little flash of the brand. We're talking like, there's Maestro. People are calling me, texting me saying, bro, you know you're on CBC right now. Yeah. And it's like, no, I didn't. You know what I mean? Then they're showing this, and I'm, you know, I remember you messaged me. You're like, listen, I need your signature so that CBC can put your stuff on the show. No problem. Here we go. And then what's crazy is, it was last season I come through because you invited me to come down and see one of the tapings. So I went to New River Beach, and we came down, and I just came with a duffel bag, bro. It was like, listen, there's all these important people with the CBC. You know, you're there. You got all the people that are putting the show together. I can't even. I don't remember all their names. You would remember all of them. I know Rusty's one of them. Rusty's one of them.
Rusty felt dissed. Rusty felt dissed. No, not by you, by me. Yeah. Rusty felt dissed. Who else felt dissed? I think Ruby.
Yeah.
Because you got me the exclusive joints, like the official joints with the embroidered and the zipper here, the thing here, and all the detail. Rusty's hoodie was dope.
Yeah.
But he goes, but look at my hoodie compared to yours. I guess I'm just not fresh enough.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
yo, that's my guy, man.
Yeah. So no,
shout out to Rusty, man.
That was
Rusty
really
Craft.
That was really dope, man. Because I was able to come down there and meet all these people that had hands in putting such a large production.
Yeah.
And CB, that's coast to coast. You know what I mean? So to be able to say that something that, you know, a brand that people are so proud of is now going coast to coast, being put on TV by someone such as yourself. Yeah. It's just crazy. And what's really crazy is, if that wasn't crazy enough, this year, like this past season when they were promoting the season, bro, I was getting phone calls from Benzie and 2 or 3 other people. They're like, bro, do you realize that Maritime Hustle is on the banner during the NHL playoffs? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about this is during the playoffs, man. That is right there. Here's Maestro with the hat on, just sitting there, just like this, the black and green one, man. It's like
fresh.
You can't,
man.
You know what I mean?
This is why I'm being rewarded, man. This is why the Most High is rewarding me. Just take this and run with it, man.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like,
run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's just like it's crazy, man. That somebody that, you know, I looked up to as a youth. You know what I mean? And like listen to your music in my teens. And it's just a full circle that, like, you know, I get to meet you and get to hang with you, and you know what I mean? Like, we became friends, and it's like,
this guy's trying to get us all misty-eyed.
Yeah. But it's real, though, bro. It's real, though, man. Like, not everybody will do that. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to do that. Like, you know,
but listen,
and I understand that the brand's dope, but, like, you know, at the end of the day, you don't have to do that for people.
But listen, let me show you certain things. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a book called Stick to Your Vision.
Right. Another thing.
I asked Chuck D from Public Enemy. I'd be honored if he write the foreword for it. It took a while because he's a busy guy. This is like arguably the greatest hip hop group ever. Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? This guy's busy. This guy took a minute, but he wrote me the most beautiful foreword for my book, Stick to Your Vision. Like how cool.
That's super dope.
Is that? So I learned from like icons how they treated me. That's how you treat people. Like that was my media training coming up. Learning from like Public Enemy. I know the man's done from like in the early 80s. Sorry, not early 80s, but the late 80s. And they've always been receptive, and that's how they showed me. This is how you treat people. You know? When you do a show, you murder the show. When you do interviews, sound like you went to school, okay? When you deal with people or upcoming businesses or upcoming artists, give them that respect, because you don't know where they're going to be like years later, right? So it's important for me to encourage people to be the greatest version of themselves, man. So that's what's up.
So you had the TV show. Oh no, sorry. You had the radio show.
Yeah.
And then it was the book. You had the book after the show.
I had the kids' book, man. How cool is that? I had the kids' book.
You got nominated for.
Well, I wrote the kids' book. It's called Stick to Your Vision. Young Maestro Goes to School. What was cool with that is, you know, Don Darling bought a box of the books and took it to like SJBKE, which is a local elementary school in St. John. And then Lincoln, Riverview Ford, they bought a box, drove me out to Fredericton, and I went to some schools out here. I went to, I'll tell you, Liberty Street Elementary School, Bliss Carmen. And from that, they saw the reception I had with the students. the teachers and the parents. They made me a little ambassador for the car dealership. And then after that, it's like Lincoln Canada got on board too. So one thing always leads to the next, leads to the next. I remember I was doing a live, IG live. I was at Lock, Stock, and Barrel, and a teacher from PES, Prince Edward's, she just so happened to be watching the live. She goes, I know exactly where you're at. The school I teach at just down the street. I ended up doing a presentation at that school. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about when you say New Brunswick. Everybody's helping everybody. And that same day when I was going to Fredericton to Riverview, I met this lady named Tamara Kelly, who just gave me a business card, man. She ran Nick Nicole Center, which is the community center up the street from there.
Right.
You know, I ended up shooting a video there for Backpack Check, which is one of the songs on my first kids album, Reading to the Kids. And it's right, like everybody helps everybody who helps everybody.
Right.
And you know, let's fast forward a bit. You know, well, before that, I just did, I was the host, I was the voice of the Memorial Cup.
Yeah.
When St. John was hosting a couple years ago.
And they won.
Watch this. I went to Forest Hills Elementary School with the cup, the Memorial Cup. This is before they even won it yet.
Yeah.
Just to show the kids
what it was.
Mm-hmm. 2 years later, I'm at Forest Hills today, showing them my Governor General Award, Lifetime Achievement Award. How cool is that? Like, showed them that medal.
Which you just got.
Which I just got a few days ago.
So
like 4 days ago.
You literally just got back from that. So we'll get to those awards because, like, so you got the radio show, you got the TV show, you got the kids album, and those are all New Brunswick.
But all three, I got 3 kids albums all recorded right here in New Brunswick.
Right.
Man. I did all my parts here. The kids were from New Brunswick.
So here's some things that went beyond the borders of New Brunswick. Not only did you have Race Against the Tide, which was a dope show, you had Maestro Chef Wes. Like, I binge watched that show. And not only because, and it's another thing, it's like,
my cooking show is called Maestro Chef Wes, and I don't make burgers. I make backbone sliders.
This is what I'm saying. And it's like, I binge watched it not only because, like, I mean, because it's dope, but like.
But you got your gear in there too.
I did.
You got a bad job on the gear. You feel good.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, what?
Yeah. And it's like, it's funny because, like, you know, you went to a bunch of different places. You went to PEI.
No doubt.
You went to Nova Scotia, a couple spots.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's where I'm from originally.
Yeah.
And like, you did an episode in North Preston. And I got a lot of friends that are from there. I grew up with playing baseball with Putty's sons. And like just to watch you, you know, down there and like all these different places that like I'm familiar with. And it's just like that. Just like it's the Maritimes, man. It's one big giant community, and it's like you came down here and you just and I know you felt the open arms.
Of course, I felt the open arms
from it, right? And then it's just like, but you also like Katie Kelly said on the news on the last time you were on there, like you're an honorary Maritimer, man. Like, you know, you're here, and like we love you here, and we appreciate everything that you've done here. And it's like we can't. What's next? What's next for you here?
Yeah, what's next for me here? Well, you know, last week was a crazy week because the mayor Donna Reardon just gave me like a civic award. Which is really dope, man. So
yeah, let's touch on that one. So that award specifically, what was that award from the mayor?
That was called the Civic Award, man. A certificate of commendation, basically just celebrating the 4 years, the positive impact I made on the city of St. John. Like, how cool is that?
Well,
like,
not everybody gets that.
Man, I felt like an all-star there, man. You know, brought my son, his mom's, and it's like. It was real peace because, you know, think about it. I did a lot of volunteer work. I assistant coach a couple football teams, minor football teams. Right now I'm assistant coach of a basketball team here, 5-star. And I just think that's why I'm being rewarded, man. It's very simple. It's very simple. Somebody told me this, man. It's like when you think you're struggling, the best way to have a healthy distraction is to help people.
Right.
And you got to remember, the time 2020, we all were struggling, but everybody was helping each other. You see what I'm saying? And that's why, to me, a lot of good things were happening and are continuing to happen. You know what I'm saying? So So that's kind of my vibe right there. It's like paying it forward, like the man said, who was helping me with the drop down muffler.
So you got the Civics Award for positive contribution to the St. John community.
Yeah, so receiving the Civic Award meant a lot to me because that shows me that the city says I did something that was really noteworthy.
And they do in fact appreciate what you have done. Like I just know from myself the kind of impact you have for me and my company. But I mean it was almost an odd situation where I got a sale on the website for a hoodie, and it was in the UK, and I was like, okay, that's strange, not strange, but just like it's a fire reach. And then I seen it was Doctor so and so. I was like, okay, cool, Doctor from the UK bought one of our hoodies. That's awesome. 2 days later, I get another order from the UK from another doctor, and it's like, all right, what are the chances? So I email one of them, and the reason that they bought the hoodie is because they seen you in a picture with another doctor. You were in the picture with their son who was graduating from one of these high schools. So like, you know, we're going across oceans from, you know, just your connection. So like the Civic Award, if I could give you my own Civic Award, man, like it's yours,
good,
it's
man.
yours,
It's all
right?
love, man.
But let's talk about one of the coolest awards that you just received. And like you say, you don't make records, you make history.
No doubt.
You just recently got inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, and you were the first ever hip hop artist inducted into the community, into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. Which that alone is history. That's history. It's like you say what you say and you mean what you say. Like that's history.
No doubt.
So and the annual award you got that at the Junos, which were held in Halifax. So there's another maritime moment with Maestro and the Maritimes. you got. You know, you made history in the Maritimes.
Yeah, man.
So how did that award feel? Because
felt great,
you
man.
know what I mean? Like
that felt great. You got to understand, this is amongst my peers, right? My music peers for the last, 3 decades plus, right? So it was a beautiful feeling. My folks came through. Everything was peace, man. That was beautiful. And it's just to think about it, man. It's like, think about these 3 accolades, what they mean. It's like, the Hall of Fame was dope because that shows what the music industry thinks of me. Mm-hmm. The Governor General Award is dope too in its own way, even bigger. It's the biggest arts award you can get because it doesn't just celebrate what you've done musically, but what you've done in arts altogether. So film and TV. There's people who've done theater who've won all that stuff, and that's like a national award, right? But yo, fam, get the Civic Award from St. John saying, bro, we rocks with you. Mm-hmm. We rocks with you here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shows me it's like, yo, I must have done something right, man. No doubt.
Yeah, no, and the fact that all these things are, outside of the Governor General Award, but like it's just all of this happened here. You know what I mean? Like you can't. How long you been here? 4 years, going on 5.
Man, 4.
And it's like, who in the history of the Maritimes has ever come to the Maritimes and hosted the best radio show, put out a kids book, got nominated for the kids book.
No, they get nominated for kids book, but 3 of the kids' albums
got
nominated for best recording.
What I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
3 albums. That's sick.
Yeah. So you got albums, and you got the Canadian Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You got Civic Awards. You got 2 TV shows, 1 coast to coast, man. Like,
bro, I did. In 4 years, I hosted 5 seasons of reality TV.
Yeah.
3 seasons of Race Against the Tide, and 2 seasons of Maestro Fresh Wes, man.
So for anybody who doesn't know what Maritime Hustle looks like, this is what Maritime Hustle looks like, and it has nothing to do with you being from the Maritimes. It's your connection to the Maritimes, and the actual name of Maritime Hustle, my business, is actually Maritime Hustle Clothing Connect. And it's the connection through the clothes, but it's your connection to the Maritimes.
No doubt.
And it's like to be able to have you as a brand ambassador is a blessing, and just to be able to see that like you motivate me. You know what I mean? So like to be able to motivate other people through your contribution to something that a connection that was made just by you being here is like, you know, it's really magical stuff, man. And it's like, you know, we really appreciate what you've done for the brand. We really appreciate how much you rock the brand.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean? Like I know you feel like home here, you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
like,
man. Absolutely. And I appreciate being appreciated. And I guess that's what it's all about. Like, it's good to reflect back on, you know, where you were, what have you. But I really appreciate being appreciated. It's great being here, man. You know, St. John, not only St. John, but the whole province of New Brunswick, man. You know what I'm saying? From Fredericton, it's been beautiful. So, you know, my whole thing is, I'm going to tell you, I got some brand new music dropping on Canada Day weekend, which I'm excited about. So the hustle continues. Mm-hmm. The Maritime Hustle continues. You know, as a matter of fact, yeah, I recorded my vocals here too.
Yeah. So is there any words that you would like to share with just the Maritime Hustle community? You know,
I got a slogan that's here internationally as well as nationally as well as locally, and that's don't make records, make history, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can make a record, but by making history is when you do something, you say something that people remember years and years later. You got to think about it. I just went to Forest Hill Elementary School. And those kids remember me from a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. They were in grade 6 at the time. Now they're in grade 8, about to go to Simons High School. Mm-hmm. But they remember when I came with the Memorial Cup. Right. Now I'm coming back with the Governor General Award, and they don't care. They just know that they feel that this artist here, whom we think is a cool guy, our teachers think he's cool. Plus he's famous, and he's fun. Yeah. He's here again. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what it's all about. Just making a positive impact. And listen, I'm 56, still in the mix, man. I don't know how much years I have left on this, you know what I'm saying? Backbone don't slide like it used to, man. I had to be back in the gym this morning. I was at the gym this morning making sure I got to look cute in my suit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to neutralize that midriff, fam. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just do what I got to do. But it's a blessing to be here, blessing to be acknowledged and continue going forth and forward, man. And like I said, I feel I'm being rewarded for just doing what I'm supposed to do and just helping people out along the way, because people have been helping me out along the way as well, you know. So enough respect, you know what I mean?
As always, man.
Yes.
So last question, and we probably end up cutting it back there, but just like, what is the words Maritime Hustle mean to you?
Maritime Hustle means to me is like the maritime geographically, that's where we're at, and hustle, that just means strive to be the greatest version of yourself, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what I try to do every day, man. You know? So that's what it kind of means to me. And New Brunswick is where you can make some new funds quick.
This is it.
You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying? That's Maritime Hustle, fam.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Cross, Maestro Fresh Wes, Maritime Hustle.